What would happen if I told you that there once existed a powerful kingdom under the reign of King David and Solomon? But it later dissolved, causing 10 out of the 12 tribes of Israel to disappear from the flow of history, scattering across the world? Have these tribes truly vanished, or are they merely waiting to be discovered in the final days of humanity? In the Bible, the 12 tribes of Israel form the foundation of this nation's history, with each tribe carrying a sacred promise and a unique mission from God. So what happened that caused 10 out of the 12 tribes to mysteriously disappear? Could it be that they still exist somewhere on this earth? Are the prophecies about a day when God will gather the scattered tribes and reunite them actually unfolding? Is the final prophecy drawing near? Could we be witnessing the first steps of the prophesied return? Are the lost tribes reappearing as part of God's grand plan for the world? The story of the 10 tribes has never truly ended. Prophetic signs tell us that their journey is only beginning. What do you think about the return of these tribes? Could groups like the Beta Israel or the Igbo people truly be part of the lost tribes? Let's explore and discuss the signs of the end times as foretold in the Bible. What hidden mysteries about the lost tribes are gradually being revealed? So where do the origins of the tribes begin? Let's explore more. The story of the 12 tribes of Israel begins with Jacob, the grandson of Abraham. In an encounter that changed his destiny, Jacob wrestled with God and was renamed Israel, meaning one who struggles with God. This transformative moment marked the beginning of Israel's legacy through his 12 sons. These sons, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin, each inherited a distinct portion of the Promised Land. Joseph's blessing was uniquely extended to his 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, who were each granted their own inheritance. Together, these 12 tribes formed the foundation of ancient Israel. The tribes of Judah and Benjamin settled in the southern region, eventually becoming the southern kingdom, or Judah. Meanwhile, the remaining 10 tribes established themselves in the north, known as the northern kingdom, or Israel. Under leaders such as Ephraim and Manasseh, these tribes thrived, though not without internal conflict and challenges that would lead to their downfall. What happened that caused the 12 tribes to spread and decrease? After the reign of Solomon, Israel's united monarchy split apart. The southern kingdom of Judah remained under the Davidic line. The northern kingdom splintered into its own sovereignty. The northern kingdom quickly fell into a cycle of idolatry and rebellion against God, ignoring the prophetic warnings of figures like Amos and Hosea. As a consequence, God's judgment arrived in 722 BC. The Assyrian Empire invaded, capturing the northern tribes. The Israelites were deported to regions like Hala, Gozan on the Haber River. As they integrated into foreign lands, the 10 tribes began to lose their distinct identities. Over time, their lineage faded from historical records, earning them the moniker the Lost Tribes of Israel. However, are they truly lost, or are they simply awaiting rediscovery? Some traditions within Jewish thought propose that these tribes were not erased from history, but were dispersed among the nations, destined to return at the appointed time. Why did communities begin to appear around the world that say they are descent from the 10 lost tribes? Across the globe, groups with remarkable traditions and customs have stepped forward, claiming descent from the lost tribes of Israel. First, we explore the Beta Israel of Ethiopia, who claim lineage from the tribe of Dan. Their community has preserved distinct Jewish customs for thousands of years, including the observance of the Sabbath and kosher dietary laws. Their oral tradition recounts a journey from Israel to Ethiopia through Egypt, marking them as a long-lost branch of the Israelite family. In modern times, Israel officially recognized the Beta Israel as part of the Jewish people, with airlift operations fulfilling biblical prophecies. Next, we visit the Bene Israel of India, tracing their ancestry to the tribe of Ephraim. Their oral history tells of a shipwreck that stranded their ancestors on the Indian coast during the Assyrian exile. Despite isolation from mainstream Judaism, they maintained a profound sense of Jewish identity. In recent decades, many Bene Israel members have immigrated to Israel, enriching its diaspora. The Pashtun tribes of Afghanistan and Pakistan believe they are descendants of Ephraim and Manasseh. Their customs, such as circumcision on the 8th day and dietary laws, mirror ancient Israelite practices. Oral traditions identify them as Bani Israel, preserving stories that link them to the northern kingdom of Israel. The Igbo people of Nigeria claim descent from the tribes of Gad and Zebulun. They uphold traditions similar to Judaism, including circumcision on the 8th day and dietary laws. Many believe their ancestors were exiled during the Assyrian conquest, reinforcing their connection to ancient Israel. Lastly, the Lemba people, residing in Zimbabwe and South Africa, assert their lineage from the tribe of Levi. Their customs, like circumcision and Sabbath observance, closely resemble those of ancient Israel. DNA testing has revealed that many Lemba carry the Cohen modal haplotype, a genetic marker linked to the priestly line of Aaron. These communities reflect a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, an enduring connection to the lost tribes of Israel. So how are the prophecies of the reunion of the tribes of Israel playing out? The Bible foretells a day when the scattered tribes will be reunited. In Ezekiel 37, the Valley of Dry Bones prophecy speaks of God breathing life into these tribes and restoring them as a single nation under one king. Isaiah 11 also describes a second regathering of Israel, signaling God's plan to reclaim his people from the far corners of the earth. The book of Revelation further reinforces this theme, depicting 144,000 individuals, 12,000 from each tribe, sealed for protection during the Great Tribulation. This vision reveals that even the lost tribes have a role to play in God's unfolding plan. Has this journey really ended, or is it just opening a new adventure? The story of the lost tribes of Israel is far from over. As groups like the Beta Israel continue to emerge, and the Pashtun, the world watches for the fulfillment of ancient prophecies. The reappearance of these tribes serves as a reminder that God's promises endure, and the return of the Messiah draws ever closer. As we journey through these mysteries, it becomes clear that the lost tribes are not just relics of the past. They are active participants in a divine narrative that continues to shape the course of history. Could the final chapters of this story be unfolding in our time? Only time will tell. Stay with us on this fascinating journey into biblical prophecy and history, as we explore the intersections of ancient promises and modern revelations. Follow us to discover more truths you may have never known.